Hello again, everybody. My name is Dale DuFay, and right in front of me is Mary the Magnificent. Let me pan the camera around here a little bit, show off the deck that we just did. How you doing, Mary?
Hey guys, I'm doing awesome. A little chilly today, but bundled up here.
Right. Yesterday was
We're doing
nice,
good.
but it was
Yeah.
windy, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little windy today too.
It's starting to die down. We had to wait. Hopefully you don't hear the wind sound too much in the audio.
Yeah.
But it's a little better right now. But we did do this deck yesterday. The framing and the decking part. We used a pneumatic nailer over there, so that really helped. But you can see we got it under a double 2x12 header beam that is sitting on a 42-inch, well, probably 48-inch deep cement pylon. And so that's like 2.5 sacks. But you can see how nice and strong this is, double 2x12, and then 2x8 floor joists, deck joists. And so it's pretty solid. We got the deck steps done today. Now we did stick around for the end of this video, we did do a demonstration on how we calculated those stringers right here. The stringers being this part right here. And there's 4 of them. We'll show, how we did that, how we calculated it. And then we have some time lapse of us actually doing it. So yay! We finally got that done. But isn't it nice? It's just it's a small, 12-foot by 10-foot deck, and just really, goes really well with this screened-in porch and everything. And we're gonna do some sort of simple railing on it too, and it's just gonna be really nice. So let's go around here, and we did get the stone finally. The other day it took 3 trips, didn't it?
3 of them.
So let's go around. Thank goodness we made this shed, because we're storing all of the stone in there. There's 90 cartons. So that was 3 trips, about 30 of these cartons for each trip, and that loaded the truck down. But you can see all of it right there, and then behind those where those pieces of plywood there are the outside corner pieces, the cartons of those. So there's all of our stone siding, keeping nice and dry and somewhat warmer in here, because we did insulate in here. We also got the soffit done. We did a really nice aluminum soffit here and fascia all the way around the shed. So that's all, we're gonna run the stone, Durarock and stone on this with the all along with the house as well. And then the upper part is going to be the siding to match the house and everything. Of course, it'll look like this will be part of the house. Yep. So this is all done. The roof's all done. The flashing up on the roof's all done. There's some wind right there. We're in the wind tunnel. But as you can see, we got it all buttoned up pretty nice. We are eventually going to, like we said, do a stairwell here to the basement. But in the meantime, it's perfect for keeping the siding and stone and all that in there as we can start it now. It's great. We wanted to get this deck done first, so that way nothing will stop us. Once we get going with the rock, we won't have to stop and, hey, we got to do this deck, because the rock's gonna go above the deck a little bit, and even with all the way around the house, it's gonna be the exact same height. And then we're gonna skirt the deck with the stone too. Isn't that gonna be nice? Wow. So, is there anything else you want? Anything else you want to say, Mary? Since we got the time lapse at the end and everything, we can.
Just want to let you know, Donna, we sent your book out. Should be getting there pretty soon.
Right.
And
today. Yeah.
I put my links in the description box for the PayPal and the Cash App and the Venmo. And I'll also put my address in there for anybody who wants to send something in the mail. That's okay. Don't mind that either. Right. But it's much appreciated, and I love you guys, and you guys stay safe out there.
All righty. So with that, we thank you for watching, and we'll talk at you later. Love you. Hello again, everybody. My name is Dale DuFay. Mary Hall is the camera person, and we're going to attempt to demonstrate how we came up and ultimately going to do these stairs here for this rather high deck. If you could show Mary, the deck is pretty high. It's like 32 inches from the ground at this point. But we're going to have 4 stairs, and the fifth stair is the deck. You have to put that in the calculation. And we came up with that many stairs simply because of the height. We want to keep the rise, what they call the rise of the step, you know, under 7 inches. And then we're going out, the run is the distance out. So we're going 4 steps, and we're using these 2x12s here for the steps. So they're 11.5 inches. So 4 of them are going to come out 45 inches. So that's where you want your height, your actual measurement for your rise. And we know our run is 45 inches. I made a mark here on the level, 45 inches out. And put a counterweight on there. And it's relatively level. It's a little bit downhill slightly, but right down here is your rise in your calculation. That's why you got to include the step, the deck as a step. And in this case, the 5th step. So we come up with the measure from the ground here, and it's about 33.5 to 34 inches. Actually, when we level it off, it's 34 inches. So that's 34. You take that height, that's the rise, and right now the run is really inconsequential. It is what it is because we have plenty of room out here. If we were restricted, then it would be, the treads would be less on the run. But we got a 44 inch run, or 45 inch run, and a 34 inch rise. So that's the calculation. So, you know, I take calculator or the phone, in this case the camera, and you make the calculation. It comes up to 6.8 inches on each step. So that's actually a little over 3/4 of an inch. So we put it here on the framing square. This is from this corner to here is our 6 3/4, a little bit more. And then this is our run, our tread, 11.5. So we're going to use that on the stringer, which is over here, set up on this. Okay, these are 12-foot long 2x12, and you start down here, and what you do, I probably should pull this away, or move this away here. Okay, and then you take, in this case I put arrows, and this is the 6 3/4 plus, this is the 11.5, this is the tread, this is the rise. And you put it right on the edge corner of the wood, in this case the 2x12, and you put it, you know, exactly right there, and that's where you start your, this is the rise and this is the tread. Sometimes it takes 2 people, that's why, but Mary's trying to hold the camera. That's why I was telling you, it's, you know, it's so hard to actually do this because it takes 2 people, and there's only the 2 of us. Okay, then you go on down and you meet this corner with this penciled corner here on that previous tread. You put the rise on the previous tread there, line that up on the corner right there. You get as exact as you can. Again, it's hard to hold it and mark it at the same time. It is pretty chilly out too. Okay, see how we're starting to create our steps? All right, so we got 1, 2, and this is the 3rd one. They got to be like lined up. Third, and then the 4th one. You could actually like keep going. I could keep going down the whole stringer like this, but I'll stop at the 4th step for the sake of this demonstration. Man. Okay, this is, let's just say this is the bottom step right here, all right? So then we come down, square, we'll end it here. Always using this, everything's got to be square. on this stringer. So we're going to come down, that's where the very bottom is. And I'm going to completely draw this out for illustration purposes. But what we're gonna do is I'll just draw a real faint line here, because what we're gonna do is, this is real important, is whatever you're gonna use for the tread, and in our case it's gonna be this 2x12 over here, these 2x12s right here, and they're a good 1.5 inches thick. So whatever you're gonna use, you take the thickness of it and you subtract it from the very bottom tread. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1.5 inches off, which is right there. That's the thickness. You know, like some people use decking. I use decking sometimes. And so you'd minus the thickness of the decking. But again, in our case, we're minusing the whole thickness of the 2x4 there, see? That's one of the tricks in making stairs, is deducting the thickness of the tread. Even if you buy the ones at the store, you still have to do that, because, you know, of course you got your thickness here. The thickness of the tread you're going to put on there, the lumber, will create your proper rise. You see what I'm saying? And then it will from there on out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th step. So we're going to make ours simple. We're just going to have a solid board for these to attach to. We're going to have 4 stringers, because we're going across 42 inches. We're going to have 4 stringers. So we're going to come down. Again, I'm going to draw a faint line here for illustration purposes, because we have to subtract there. Now, whatever lumber you're putting on the rise, in our case, it's this decking right here. You subtract from here. So the decking is, you know, and I think it's like exactly 1.125 inches or 1.25 inches, 1 inch and 3/16. So we'll minus that from here, the 1 inch and the 3/16 right there, and then that'll be the cutoff right there at this point. So that this part will attach to the deck. So everything, that's your stringer. So we'll cut that out and trace out 3 more. And at this point, we'll do a time lapse to show us working on all this at this point. So we'll end it. Hopefully you understood what I was saying with the math and the trick. One of the tricks is adding whatever you're putting the steps to. In this case, a deck, you have to add that deck as one step. So that we actually have 5 stairs on this deck. So that's why we came up with the, even though there's only 4, but the deck being number 5. So that's where we come up with the rise, and then the tread with whatever, you know, however wide you want to make it. In this case, 11.5 inches. So we'll do some time lapse and we'll talk at you later. Hope you enjoyed it.
I keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, and I can't stop. Rolling and I can't stop. It's driving me out of my mind. Then the truck stopped and the plane hopped.